Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm William. This is Will Forge, and today we will forge. I've been away for a while. I haven't been able to stream. I haven't been able to forge. I didn't have internet for most of the last couple of days. So that's where we're at right now, basically. I'm mostly doing this as almost like a check-in because I know a lot of people are probably wondering where I've been. I mean, I did tell you guys that I was going to be moving, so probably not wondering that much. But yeah, a new setup. We have our own dedicated room for this instead of my, living room being where we have all of our computers. We've got a 3-bedroom apartment, and one room actually has computers in it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we thought about we originally were going to have it to where the kids could have the second room, but they didn't want it. They wanted to sleep in the same room. So for a little while longer, at least, we're going to have this. Anyway, I've got it set up to where you can see top down that the from above. Oh, I adjusted the angle a little too much. Okay, so because we're looking at angles right now. If you look real closely at this, and then you compare it to that bottom right corner, now you'll notice that the base needs to be from this corner to that corner. It needs to be more like this angle. And that was where we left off last time. We were going to rotate the base. We had chopped up into pieces as prefab so we could rotate them, move them. And we did move them, and as you can see, this area, if you can at all see that down in the corner, is actually lined up well still with the building. I mean, with the central structure and everything. But we need to rotate this base here. Now, it really is going to be a short stream today, but I'm going to do as much as I can in the time we've got. Because we still have stuff to move. We're not done. My family is not done. Ooh. Really? You're just going to break on me first thing, right out of the gate. No selection box. No selection highlight. That's a really bad sign. Oh boy. That probably means my... Jeez. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the new internet is still not fully set up. I've got cables coming in the mail. Yeah, no, I've got 100, 90, 200 on speed test. Almost 210. Yeah, 210. There we go. So it should be working pretty good. I usually 230 at the other house, and that wasn't anywhere close to what I'm paying for, so it should have been higher. But it's kind of weird. Typically, this only happens whenever I've got low internet speeds. So I think I'm gonna have to leave Forge and go back in, or hopefully not quit the whole program. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can do. We got one viewer in chat. Who is that? Is that Aaron? Is that Shibuti? Is that let's see. Just want to know if anybody wants to sound off in chat real quick to let me know who's here. It's Simpa. There's a lot. There are a couple of there usually are 3 regulars that can hop in. And I don't expect after being gone for this long to immediately day one get everybody back. But I have always heard from more established streamers and YouTube people that it's basically you shouldn't worry too much about your viewers dropping off. If they liked your content, they'll stick around even if you leave for a couple days. But that it's a weird fear that everybody gets. It's like, no, they were here to watch you stream it. You're not just hanging out for no reason. What the heck happened here? Oh boy. Wait a minute. I don't know what happened here. That's weird. The scale of this rail is wrong, but it's part of the same prefab, and it's not colliding over here. Which means there's... well, it's colliding a bit? I don't know. That's weird. I'll have to figure that out sometime. I mean, I could do that real quick, so I don't forget about it. Otherwise, I might. Snap that in. Oop. Flip it around, and we'll fix that real quick. Oop. One. There we go. Now this one, snap out, reselect it, snap it back in. Okay. Okay, so what we have to worry about is rotating. Where's that block? Okay, what we need to do is deselect that and then hide it again. That angle's not necessary. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm concerned. These should be lining up with that corner. And the fact that they don't is really disturbing. Oh my god, what happened? Oh jeez. There must have been some kind of bug that happened right as I was signing off last time or something. Because everything is slightly off. I don't understand why. Well, not everything. I'm not seeing anything wrong over here yet. But this is definitely odd. It actually has a, no, I can't think of a single snapping point on here that would be accurate. I think I'm gonna have to eyeball this thing into place. Because at this point, whatever I was supposed to move this off of, it didn't do. Oh, dang. Okay. So it would be off object, but the object it has selected for its main piece is right there. That's not what we want. Let's see. Okay, we also don't want that one to be it. What's the next piece? Keep rolling the dice until we get the right piece. What is the main piece now? Nope, that is not what we want. Where is it? That's weird. It doesn't have a blue piece anywhere. What's happening? I'm gonna deselect that one and reselect it. See if that works. Yeah, I moved it to that one again. Okay, deselect that one, and deselect this one. Reselect all three. And it should have found a new one that isn't any of those three. Now, hopefully, it will find a good one to use. Oh, it's that piece? Okay. Yeah, no, that's not what we want either. Oh, man. Okay. I have no idea what to do to rearrange this and make it pick a good one. Let's see what it is before I add those back into the prefab. It's that piece. You're just gonna keep selecting bad pieces? I want this piece right here. Something like that. I don't know if it's gonna give me the piece I want. Hold on. Let's deselect that one. Then do this. Is that gonna work? What did it do? Nope, that didn't do anything. So it's not going to allow me to do that. So I guess I am stuck. I could probably go off this piece. You know, that'll work. That'll work. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out. If I go off this and I move it, then okay, just like that, then that. Yeah, that should have been the simpler solution to begin with. I tell you, I missed streaming. I missed you guys. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we got going on. It's like everything was off by a little bit, like that, but it was all off the other direction, and I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I do need to build it out to make the lights all arrange into the correct location. Before I go moving anything that has lights, that light, for example, wasn't there a second ago. It sunk into the ground. Which happens from time to time, and if you don't fix it before, if you don't build it out before, then you can end up moving it, and if you move it, then it will come in broken. Okay. Okay, so I do believe that's everything that was wrong. It's also possible that there's something weird going on down there, but I'm not sure. Okay, here we go, here we go. Ah, there's a piece that's wrong. Don't know why. It's another one in this prefab. That should not be messed up. Don't know why it is. What? Does rotation get messed up too? Oh, this piece is messed up too. Oh, okay. There we go. No. Okay, both of their rotation is messed up. For some reason. Looks like they are, whoops. No? Oh, I see what's happening. See how that one's... Is this whole wall looking out too far? What the hell happened with all of this? None of this makes any sense. It's like a bunch of the object's scales got messed up. Like, look at this. What happened? Didn't use my map for... I didn't go into Forge for a couple of days. And the whole thing has gotten messed up. Okay, what is... This is the weirdest thing. Okay. We're gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna snap it inside of that one. I'm gonna shrink it down really far. And then select this one. We're gonna use that as our guide. Or not. Okay. Come on, thing. There we go. That should be where we're at. That should be correct. Maybe I should go off of that corner. Because there might be some clipping between the two. But, like... Yeah, now it no, never mind. Now it still doesn't quite match up over here. I really don't understand what happened to all these pieces. This piece is definitely just needs to be moved over. Like that one for sure would just be moved over and it would work. But so many other pieces are just messed up. This corner too. Jesus. No. Wait, is it the corner? Man. This is crazy. This is crazy. I did not expect to come in here and have to do a bunch of fixes like this. Wait, what did I just deselect if not that box I was inside of? What the heck just happened? Oh, is there another piece? I went inside there to try and... Yeah, this piece? Yeah, that one. I deselected that one instead of this, but being inside of it. There we go. Wait, did it? No, it's still here. God damn it. Let's see. Can I select it from over here? No. That didn't work either. Jesus. How do I get this thing deselected? I have to deselect. Typically, it's not this hard. I definitely don't want to reselect the entire base. There we go. Alright, now that I don't need this piece anymore, I really need to get rid of it. Or it becomes a nuisance. Because it already did become a nuisance. Delete? Okay, here we go. So, alright. These... Let's see, is this all lined up over here? Gee, no, it's not. What happened? I hate this. Okay, so this entire frame is off by that much. I wonder if there's an older save of this map that just doesn't have any of these problems. Because this is really frustrating. I'm really worried. What did I just do? Really? Are you kidding me? Can undo that, but there's no telling what's gonna break as a result. Well, it doesn't appear to have broken anything by undoing that. That's really good. I didn't realize I had somehow selected that the whole prefab. There we go. That should fix this. Yes. Is it centered still? No. I have no idea what happened. I still have no idea what happened. Is this one centered? Yes. It's perfectly centered. So this one now needs to be removed from its prefab. So I can grab it and move it over with the door. Man. Hello, I just woke up. Surprised you're on. This music's very loud. Oh, sorry about that. How's it going, Aaron? I will turn the music down then. I didn't realize it was so loud. There we go. Is that a little better? I made it on today. Our internet isn't fully set up properly. As I was talking about that a minute ago. Basically, we have Cox basically is doing its best to try and work at full speed, but there's something weird going on. Oh jeez, this isn't working. Okay, I don't think I want it to be a prefab. That's not what I wanted to do. Jeez, I keep doing the wrong things today because I have so out of practice. Okay, I'm gonna have to move those lights again, but for now we're just gonna move the rest of this. I meant to reselect that, not move it, and then I moved it and I made it worse. Okay, so yeah, so what I was saying was that Cox Digital Cable, our ISP, is trying very hard to work at full speed, but our new location is not set up correctly yet. And so we have an issue where I have to get new cables. I am getting some proper Cat 8 cables. Just tapped the... Oh, right. Movement of lights doesn't undo for some reason. There we go. Oop. And so right now we're set up with like Cat 5e, not Cat 8. We're set up with the internet, like the modem is in one room, and then there's a really long Cat 5e cable to the next modem. We used to have modem, to the router. We used to have the modem and the router right next to each other, and that meant that there was like no delay there. So I'm trying to get that set up again, basically, but in this room, and it's gonna work out. It's just that it's taking a long time for Amazon to get us anything, where they usually take like, really? Oh, Jesus, I just did it again. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. There are other things that are still messed up from before, but okay, here we go. So rusty in just a couple of days. Sorry about that. Okay, boom. That should line up. There we go. And does it create a gap here? No, that clipped into the wall before, so it still goes. Okay, so select that and these and put them back into the prefab because they are fixed. This is so weird. Like, I don't understand this gap, and that gap there just doesn't make any sense. And I think it has to do with this one having that 179.67 and then negative 45.03, and I think all of those rotations need to be made to be perfect. Oh. Okay. 3.5. Confirm. No. Negative 3.5. Okay. This is from Halo Legends. Okay, well, I'll be in now. Okay, sounds good. Hopefully our internet doesn't like go down or anything, but I'm trying to, this is like going to be a slow, it's like a soft restart, stream reinitiation, because I know that there's going to be some issues. So you can kind of think of it as that. Is that actually fixing anything? No. Is it gonna snap over here maybe? No, it's not wanting to. Okay, I need to turn off magnets. need to duplicate it. Need to put it in here. I'm also really kind of low energy today because moving boxes, like, I don't know, you probably won't be able to see this on camera, but I'm covered in bruises and cuts and stuff like that from trying to move everything. Because typically I'd have, you know, my wife would be able to help me move stuff, but in this particular case, she is pregnant, so that is not going to happen. You go. Boom. No, that is not snapping to the right place. It doesn't like this. It really, truly does not like the corner piece for some reason. There we go. Now it's starting to show up, I think. There we go. Let's just delete this now before I end up having trouble with it like I had that other piece. Okay, so that clips into that wall and isn't a problem. I think I had done that to make sure the scratches weren't really a problem on those. But now I've kind of gotten rid of the scratches, so... Or maybe it was the rust lines. I wanted to try and eliminate as many of those areas where there's no rust. It doesn't make any sense for there to be no rust. So in this case, is this... Yeah, this piece is poking out too far, but also this piece needs to be moved over. Wait. This piece is moved... Oh, jeez. I think I scaled that off of this piece. We're gonna move this to the corner first. Yeah, this is all aligned here still, so this piece is off. I wonder if this entire prefab that's connected to is off. Yes, it is. This is one of my problem areas with the build. I mean with the after the bug, whatever this is. I guess I'll use this one. Oh wait, no, I gotta do this. Deselect, reselect. And now it should be my magnet point. So if I hold it steady for a couple seconds, then release, then prefab it, that'll fix that. What else is in this? Not everything is being fixed. Some things are being broken. Okay. That is definitely centered now. Slightly more centered. Jeez. I don't even know what to say about all this. That needs to be fixed. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah. Good to go. Alright. There. These back into the prefab. I am gonna fix this really quick. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this piece is still poking out? No? Oh, look, that looks much better now. Oh, that's right, I just fixed it over there. Yeah, and that pulled it in over here. Okay. So then did this... Oh, this is where that gap came into play. Okay. Interesting. So this piece and this piece are actually... Okay, so there was a number of issues that were causing me to think I need to do some things I didn't have to do. And now I can fix them, and this piece is going to need to be adjusted too. There we go. Actually, wait. Remove this. There we go. Okay, so I have no idea if we have everything back in the prefab. We don't. This is now 10 prefab. Okay. So if I wanted to add this back in, I can add a prefab. And actually now that should be back to 49. No, 47. So either I deleted something or we're missing something. Let's put it back into a prefab before I find... Well, I'll look for it. Let's see. Okay, so we moved this. Moved this. I'm not sure what else I took out of the prefab and put back in, so I have no idea why it's off. Very strange, actually. Unless some of this was on this prefab, because I know I did remove that from its prefab. But let's see. Yeah, it's only at 55, so I can actually go ahead and move on, add this all back in. Let's see. Yeah. Add a prefab. There we go. That's why, by the way, I didn't tweet out today, even though it's my return. This is kind of me testing to make sure my internet works and everything like that, because Forge is built on the internet too, and so yeah. You can also see the lighting in here is a very orange yellow kind of thing. I haven't even gotten to do this yet, but like if you look in my camera, it's kind of orangey. And that's basically just the result of, oh, that's about how much it was off. Whew, I wonder if I could have just selected some of this stuff and use it as a guide. Oh well. Anyway, I think these pieces can be deleted. I don't think I need them for anything. Yeah, I think they're good. Good to go. Anyway, so what I was saying was that, I'm gonna do something dumb and see if it works. I don't think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna be a bad idea. That is that I'm going to try to rotate and move everything at one time. Multiple prefabs, each one with more than 500 pieces and everything. Or more than 155 pieces, I mean. 150, not 155. Okay, let's see what happens. I don't think this is a good idea. I'm pretty sure this breaks, but we're gonna see. Okay, first off, we're gonna put ourselves at an angle to where we can see the world. So make that flat. Press the bottom there. And see the world from above like the one from Blender. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's 5 degrees. One piece appears to have been left out of the prefab. But I'm going by 5 degrees, so I should be able to adjust it and make it work. Here's another, I should be able to fix it. Oh, I see. Never mind, there's one piece that's missing outside of it. Okay, we're gonna wait a couple seconds and rotate back. It's 5. Wait a couple seconds to let it solidify. It's 5 again. Wait a couple seconds. Let it take hold. And we're good. Okay, so this is actually working pretty well, moving more than one prefab at a time. Working pretty well. What am I missing that is not included? It was this light, right? Yeah, this light is its own prefab, I guess. Man, there were several pieces that were... Oh, that was a prefab of some kind. I have no idea what I just grabbed. It was a prefab. What was up with this piece? Like, why was this... Okay, so I actually don't need to bring this piece with me. And by not bringing that piece with me, anything I leave behind I can grab and then I can snap it to this corner. So this is actually be better to leave that behind. And then that way I don't have to make sure I find everything on this first go. There we go. Alright, here we go. Now we're really going to do it. 5. Leave it behind. Or leave it to you know, load for a second. You know, I went 10 degrees last time, but this 5 degrees is looking good. I don't know if I need to go 10 degrees. It might just be this 5 degrees. Is that it? Or is it one more? Yeah, maybe it's one more. I'm tempted to run off and go grab my actual, like, you know, protractor and put it on my screen. I'd have to find it. Oh, actually, it's probably in the drawer right there. That's my D&D terrain crafting drawer right over there. So I'm looking at this angle versus that one. This angle versus that one. This might be right. Let's go one more and see. That definitely feels like too much. Which is weird though, because the slope, the ramp, that ledge in the background is clearly would be better lined up here than if it was here because of the length of it. So I'm gonna definitely have to adjust the length of that cliff ledge just a bit, unless the base is too close. But no, that looks about right for the base distance from the central platform. Okay, this might be it then. Yeah. And okay, let's see. Here we go. I think I'm gonna let it go now. And come fly down here. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this piece is part of this, I think. Now, what is this piece? I have no idea what this piece is supposed to be. It might have been an accidental copy that I made once. This is like the ceiling, I believe. I guess it wasn't prefabbed to anything. Probably whenever I was trying to do all that fixing this stuff, I probably accidentally deselected it at some point. Yeah. Aside from those two pieces, it appears to have taken everything with it correctly. Which is good. Oh, this piece. So we have two pieces. What's going on here? Is there a height problem here? It's definitely a height problem here. Which piece is it? Is it just this corner piece? Oh no, it's a gap. Ah, this piece is off. And that piece is off? Oh, shoot. Oh, jeez. Sorry to be cursing at you. This is sometimes very frustrating. It's not even like the whole prefab. It's like some of the prefab got messed up. And some of it didn't. And I don't understand why any of it did. And what is... Oh, I need to deselect all first. Okay. So this goes here. Is that right? And this needs to go there. Looks good. Okay, and then we will recombine it into the prefab. But anyway, this piece, let's fix these angled pieces. Oh wait, first we're going to duplicate this. Just in case I end up missing one. I need to have a cube that's in the original position. Oh wait. Oh wait, no. I definitely don't want to do that. Okay, This piece actually undid, in case you're wondering what that sound was. Okay, no, this piece. Okay, now we're going to rotate them this way, this way, this way. It should be a little more forgiving. Oh, did I miss a piece over there? Yes, I did. Just like this now, because we can. I was wondering why my prefab was missing several pieces. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this piece is weird. I don't know what's up with it. I assume I accidentally duplicated something at some point. It kind of looks like this piece. I'm not sure though. All I can say is I don't believe I need it. And if I do, it's probably something that's mirrored off on some other side. You know? And if it is mirrored off on another side, then I can copy that side to rebuild it. So for now, I'm just going to delete it. And we will find out if I need it later. Okay, so this needs the height as well. Wait, oh. Wait, what's going on with this piece now? Okay, I think I did something wrong whenever I was fixing this earlier. Okay, is this okay here? Yeah, this edge is okay because I moved them both together. This is supposed to line up here, which means that thing is wrong. No? Okay. What's going on here? Because if I line it up... Okay, I guess I'm going to turn off magnets. Oh jeez, okay, come on now. Select down that one, and then move, yeah, okay. We're just gonna shore it up this way. Because I think I had these two clipping into each other to reduce the lack of rust. And it should line up with this one, but also it should line up with that edge. So this is probably where it's supposed to be. Wait, actually. Wait, did I get that edge lined up? Yeah, there we go. So now I need to figure out what's going on over here. See, that's just weird. Okay. Is this entire upper platform off? What's happening? So weird. Let's see. I think I need to remove all of this from the prefab. I don't know how I'm supposed to fix this. My daughters are awake and wanting juice. Let's see. I'm gonna do... One thing I need to look at is if this side's... Yeah, no, if I move it any further over... Oh wait, no, yeah, no, it should center that out again. Okay, cool. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I need to remove that one from the prefab. So if I move all of this over, this will be correct. Is that what it's telling me? That's what we'll find out. I believe it's true. Okay, I don't want that. Apparently I didn't get those corner pieces. I'll move them in a second. This probably doesn't need to move. It's aligned with that piece. So it's going to scale down, I guess. This is lined up here. Shit. Oh, here it is. Here's the misalignment right there. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So is it aligned here? Yes, which is weird. Where is the misalignment going? They're clipping into each other here, so that one can stay. This one can stay. Even this one can stay. It's actually legitimately just these pieces. Yeah, there's the misalignment there. It's these pieces, the ramp, everything, and this ramp all the way up to here. Okay, so that actually tells me that I can deselect this one for last and move this, use this magnet point right here. And that will realign all my other pieces more correctly. And that should fix everything except for this. Oh, this was supposed to come over too. That's simple to fix. It had that height problem too, so that'll sort out both at the same time. Okay, alright, so now we're looking at a much better repaired structure. I do need to fix this one. Thought I deselected this, but okay. What is it? Oh, this is just one pyramid. That's how I reselected it. It's because I didn't remember that that was one giant pyramid piece. Or one very flat pyramid piece. Okay, we're gonna put all of this back into the prefab. I am gonna examine this though because, yeah, no, its edges look good. Okay, cool. That was how I had it before. Okay, so all of this should be good. Okay, this one is totally off now. But it's an easy fix, just like that. Just to be sure, my edge here, the slope here fits. Yeah. Cool, okay. Alright, we may have fixed the entire base. That's what's old angle, this is the new angle. And it looks much better from above as far as like the angle of the base in the actual original map is concerned. This is more of the height and angle of the other camera. Let's see. Yeah, that looks much better. And of course it's going to be a lot more filled out looking once we have that, stalagmite. Oh, long time no see. How's the forging going? It's going pretty good. I haven't been able to forge off stream. Even like this gap has been an actual gap for me because internet was down. I missed your chat until just now. Hope it wasn't too long of a wait. Yeah, and because we were moving, so but we've got that done now, so that's good. So we'll have to fix the ground again. I'd had it at a good spot before, but I think that obviously it needs to be readjusted now that I've moved the entire base and rotated it. So I think that we have the base at the correct angle at this point. I was rotating by 5 degrees, so I know that like it probably could have been even better by going off of like 1 degree slopes, grabbing the polygon out of there and figuring out the exact angle. But I don't know if that would work out too well, mainly because well, maybe I could do that off stream or something, but we're close enough now that yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, so I know you just hopped in, Shibuti, but this is basically, like I was saying a little bit ago, this is kind of like a soft relaunch of the stream, so to speak, after the move, because tomorrow, yeah, the 22nd, so tomorrow's stream will be still like this, where I've got the lower internet speed, but tomorrow I'm going to receive items from Amazon, like Cat 8 cables and stuff like that, and what do you call it, the coaxial cable end connectors, so that I can move the cable from the living room to this room, and that will make it to where my modem can be over there instead of all the way in the other room with a big old long Ethernet cable connecting to my router. Because right now that's causing a huge amount of delay and lag, and the only really long cable I have is a Cat 5e, so it's very old. And so it may be a Cat 5e that's not even getting Cat 5e speeds because of how old it is and, you know, damaged and stuff. So, yeah, anyway. So that is... tomorrow, basically, I'll receive that, but it won't be until probably the evening that I'll be able to get it in. Something is wrong here. This light, I think? So that's something I'll fix off stream. No, it's this. Whatever that... Ugh. This specific prefab must have gotten messed up whenever I moved it one of the times. Like, I didn't hold on to it long enough. And it messed up the location of, like, a lot of its pieces. And that's what I've been repairing all day. All morning. Well, you know, with this stream at least. Yeah, it looks like these pieces, those pieces are all off-center here. They're poking out. They're poking through the slopes. They're definitely part of, like, this prefab. They should be moved over there. Let's see. Let's get that. Even this slope is in the right spot, but, like, the light is not. Oh boy, I had to undo a bunch of stuff involving the lights a minute ago, didn't I? Involving the entire prefabs a minute ago, didn't I? Which means all of my lights are wrong, I think. I'll have to go over all of the lights to make sure they're the correct slopes. Or the correct locations, I mean. So that, and then I'm gonna deselect this and reselect it, and then that will give me, why can't I move? Oh my god, everything's moving. Undo. Now what? Why did that not move? Jesus. Okay, I hope I saved it. I'm gonna save it again, but I hope I saved it before I did that, because that's gonna mess up all my lights again. All my lights I'm gonna have to select, and basically, see, I forgot to deselect the, in case you're wondering what just happened. I forgot to hit the deselect button, deselect all, to deselect the prefab I pulled all that out of before I moved it all. So I might as well have not even pulled them out of the prefab because it didn't deselect them. Okay, here we go. Here we go, and hold it and snap. Nope. That thing's not even in the right spot. But where's it supposed to be? That means I have nothing to go off of, I don't think. Except maybe a corner down here. Wait, let's go off of this middle piece and see if that looks right. Nope, still not right. Okay. Yeah, this thing. I don't even know, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Oh, this might work. No, this angle won't work either. Because I don't think so anyway. No, it's not. It's not gonna work there either. Jeez. Okay, well... Bring it back down here at least. That was close. And then what we can do is either manually adjust it. Where's my... There it is. You can either manually adjust it and get it just right. Hopefully that's right. And if it isn't, then we gotta do something else. Deselect all is broken. Okay. Alright, here we go. It's running perfectly fine. I stopped moving prefabs. If I do move them, I go in and individually move each piece after the guarantee. New locations prefabs are just too busted. 343 needs to fix that stuff soon. Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing, and it's unfortunate, but yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. I think that one way to probably get around it would be to break it out of the prefab, then move it, then put it back into the prefab, which might be what you're talking about, what you do. But I didn't have the foresight to do all of that. So instead, we have me accidentally moving entire prefabs at once before I've saved it, and I have no idea if anything else got messed up after I had just fixed everything. Like the whole stream, I was just fixing stuff. Okay, here we go. All right. If anything, this stream is a good video to send to 343 to be like, hey, this is what's going on with your prefabs. I'm sure they know very, very well, but I just, you know, I've got a good example for them. Okay, so this light object, where's the light object? Let me see it. Oh, it's up there. So that's not part of this bigger prefab. Okay. I know I'm moving around very fast and stuff, but let's see. That light was part of this prefab. This is also why I wasn't putting lights into the main prefabs, because this is, quite frankly, ridiculous. Apparently that light isn't in any prefab at all, and it's still back in its original location. That's okay, I guess. Let's see, what about this one? Oh my god, I did it again. Jeez. Okay. Undo. What the hell? There's a whole bunch of gaps over there. Undo twice, apparently. Right. Right. Let's not do that again. Let's not ever do that again. Okay, get the lights out. This is what I was trying to do. Is pull out the lights. Then make them a prefab and start moving them all together, because they should all move in the same directions. So I don't have to make a bunch of micro adjustments. I should be able to just move all of them at once. Okay. I normally have lights, like I said, as their own prefab. I did that with the bridge. What's going on here? Oh, shoot. Don't tell me I just screwed everything up again. Welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Even moving groups such multi-selects are busted. If I mass move, I only do it to retain the same pieces, and then I place them again. I grab each individual piece to make sure they all have individual values. Oh man, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to have to do. I think, yeah, they definitely need to fix that. Because that's so much extra work that I don't believe I would even be willing to do all that. I'd probably just rather fix everything every now and then when it breaks and just try and work around it, but it sounds like you're, like, to me, without having seen you do it, it sounds like you're front-ending your work, but I don't know. Because that sounds like maybe just being able to avoid all of this. Okay, you know what's happening? Deselect all is broken. That's why it wasn't deselecting my prefab. Because I broke deselect all at some point and didn't fix it. Is all of this prefab off again? Like, what's going on now? This prefab is a separate one. And it looks to be slightly off center. This was definitely centered before, so probably... Well, no, maybe not, because it would be going the wrong direction to center the rest of it. So, I don't know. Oh, right, I can tell down here. It's clipping into this. Maybe lightly clipping? No, it's not actually clipping, that was just the outline. But yeah, so it sounds to me like you have found a solution that works for you very well. And I think, but I think of it, and I'm like whenever I'm trying to imagine what you're saying, I'm imagining having to do a whole bunch of work every single time that I wouldn't necessarily have to do, and that bothers me. But it might not be, and I might just be misunderstanding how simple that is. And so if that's the case, please let me know, because if you feel like that is a concern, but it doesn't turn out to be the case, then I would definitely appreciate learning your techniques, because this is pretty bad. Okay, what all is going on here that is causing this? Is this wall... Yeah, it got gaps too. Okay, I need to undo that movement and add that wall to this selection so that I can move them all at once and I have a snapping point. Problem is I kind of built this out over time, over a long period of time. And now I've got so many different places that are no longer snapped to anything because of their like individual use case of their movement is like off. Jeez. You know what I mean? Like I moved that piece a little bit this way and I moved that piece a little bit this way and I scaled that piece and I'm like, well, by the end of it, I've got no idea. I have no idea what... Okay, so this piece needs to be here. I have no idea why, like how I had, you know, done each piece. This piece looks like it needs to be moved over. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Is that correct? I think that might be correct. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like, actually. So this needs to go up. It's supposed to be snapped with that height right there at the top of the slope. It's a ton of work that we shouldn't have to do. If you don't, though, it will break almost every time. Even with smaller 2 to 5 pieces groups. Even if it doesn't break right away, the next time you load, it'll be broken. What I originally noticed, and what I decided to risk today anyway, and have apparently clearly seen, that it's still a concern, is that whenever I was moving the bridges and stuff like that, it worked perfectly if I only had 155 objects selected, including inside my prefabs. So if I made a prefab that was 155, just 150. If I made a prefab that was 150 pieces, then it worked great. Then that prefab worked great. If I had a prefab that was, you know, 151 pieces, then it didn't. And all I had to do was do the whole hold it to let it, you know, basically I just had to hold it and wait a good long while for the server to update and all that stuff. I mean, this also could be a new issue I'm seeing because of the fact that, like I said, internet speed is not what it should be. Where's my other... There's a light in here somewhere. I forgot where it was. It's like inside of these pieces. Anyway, so it's possible items haven't been shifting if I grab... Okay. Items haven't been shifting if I regroup each piece individually, like you said, though. It's so much extra work, it's almost not worth doing. I just can't stand loading up a map and seeing all my pieces shifted. Yeah, same. So maybe that is still worth it to do all of that extra work. What I was saying, I think I was saying, was that, basically, I think that's where I had them select snap to. I don't know where this other one went. Is that basically... Oh, is this it? Yeah, that's it. Cool. So what I was saying was that when I was moving the giant cave, copying over, duplicating, and doing the cave over across, I ran into some problems, but then solved them. And what I found was, and I just didn't do that this time because I was being kind of dumb, is that, so this prefab is 131 objects. I had 150. I'm not sure what all I have removed and put back in. Like this piece needs to be put back in. These pieces need to be put back in. But yeah, the point is that with everything back in, it should be 150 or 149. And the reason it's for 149 was because I had this block for alignment, and I wanted to be able to select it in addition to the prefab. So this prefab was when I had my prefabs for the cave at 149, and then I had this one piece here to add to it. It became 150. And I'd duplicate, move it out, rotate it, and at that point the only thing I needed to worry about was that waiting time for it to like load that I had made changes to what I was using, and then I was able to get it over there. This time I decided to select multiple prefabs, each of which have 150 nearly 150 pieces in some of them. Like this is 149. This one is 143. And let's see, this one is like 50. Oh, 62. So like basically, I had it to where several of these were 149, but I had to pull some stuff out. And that was so I could combine them with this block here and then move it and then snap it to here, and I knew where this was snapped was at this corner. And so that's how it worked really well, extremely well for the cave. But today I decided to select more than one prefab, so I exceeded 150 objects selected because they were inside the prefabs. And because it let me, because they were inside the prefab. And I thought, let's see if this works. And then I broke the map. So everything that I had to do to fix today was mostly that, that was the reason. But there was also, okay, something is going on here involving, like, everything. This whole wall. Oh my god, what's happening here? Jeez, what is happening? See, like, this is one of those situations where I broke something, and it shouldn't be broken, because I should have done it the other way I did it before. Oh, okay, I see. So this one needs to be moved back. Yeah, a lot of this area is broken. And had I done it the way I usually do it, where I'd never exceed 150 objects. I'm going to add this to the prefab. Nope, that's a different prefab. Do not want to add that to this prefab. I might have saved myself a ton of trouble if I had done this the way I did it before. But I have no idea. But then, like you said, that's another way to do it, is make sure every object has its own correct location by doing the editing like you were saying. I think I'm also just going to very much so. Okay, this whole wall is apparently, again, off-center. Which doesn't make sense with the floor in the central column. Maybe this piece isn't. Okay, it's supposed to clip into the wall a bit. Yeah, so that piece is where it's supposed to be, but this wall piece needs to go in farther. Okay, well, I'm gonna put these pieces back into this prefab, like that. Deselect all is actually working right now, so I don't have to be too afraid of moving these pieces. I'm not entirely certain what this was snapped to originally. I know I'd re-snapped it to something just now. I think it was snapped to the back side of that slope piece. Like that. If that's true, then that works, but if not... Okay, well, if it isn't, it clearly wasn't true, but I can just extend it into here and make it work. The light and this column here all need to be adjusted too. Okay, and those should be aligned with this piece. Okay. But that means this piece needs to move. That means this wouldn't be centered. Oh my god, what happened? It's hard to fix it if you don't know what happened. Okay, how close are you to finishing this? I'm also working on a Beaver Creek with Unique. I just did a snow-themed Beaver Creek, and I made both of them bases individually because of how much I didn't trust mass moves anymore. The hold it in place thing used to work for me, but nothing seems to work anymore. How close am I to being done with this map? That is an excellent question. Oh shoot, this whole thing needs to... What happened? Did I move pieces again? Did I accidentally move the whole prefab somehow? Ugh. Did it not deselect all like I thought it did? That's centered. It doesn't look like it's centered on the texture, but it is. That's okay. I didn't even notice this issue where this is off center. Oh, the floor is off center. I was going off its alignment and it's not even centered. Okay. Oh my god. To finish this. Do you mean finish this map, by the way? Or did you mean finish the... Wouldn't it be easier to reload the map? It might be. I'll save this version and go back to an older version and try to rotate everything. But the thing is, if it happens again, I'll just have to redo it all again. So it would be easier to test reloading the map and see if that solves it. For sure. So you are right. And I should do that. Otherwise... Yeah, because if it happens every single time I try to rotate this base, then I'm still going to be pretty screwed. Okay, I think I am really close to fixing these pieces, though. And I was about to ask Aaron if he meant how close am I to finishing the map, or if he means Unique Beaver Creek has those nice red balls. I don't know which balls you're talking about because I actually haven't seen his map. His Beaver Creek, anyway. Let's see. Whoops. That one. Put all that back into a prefab. Actually, does this column need to move? Yes, this column needs to move too. I need to actually play some maps soon. Like, it's pretty crazy how much forging I've done and not played many maps at all. Okay, I'm probably gonna end up hitting undo at some point and breaking that light, but for now, I'm just gonna grab it. And this light as well. So I was gonna ask, one sec, I'll show you that Beaver Creek right now. That's a good idea because I want to see it. That's a great idea. I really do want to see it. Jeez. Okay, so have I selected everything? Yes, let's add this wall. No, wait, do we need to add that wall? No, we don't need to add that wall. And then I'm gonna snap it to this corner here. I'm going to assume that that is correct and that it will fix everything. So I'm gonna deselect that one and reselect it and get up here so I can see the snapping. What am I doing here? What's happening? And why did it happen? Okay, I'm turning off magnets. Oh my god. I selected this somehow at some point, and I have no idea when that happened. I swear. Okay. So if I go off that corner, it's apparently sunk into the wall a bit. Which means it's not going to line up correctly. That's fine because it's not far enough over anyway. I don't understand what's happening. Yeah, I think I just gotta load a different save, like you were saying. Okay. I am going to save this variant so I can pick up from here if that doesn't help. But I think that everything I've done today has been a waste because because it broke. But it was broken when I loaded the map, which means I've got to go back to an even older one and see where I was. I can't even pick up from where I left off because something broke the whole beginning of this stream was me fixing the base from load-in. It loaded into the map and things were broken. And I was rearranging them. And I don't know if it's because of how long ago it was since the last time that I've opened the map. But yeah, let's see. Okay. So, oh wow. He made hex columns and that's really cool. He did like Halo Infinite. Jeez. You really built up those cliffs with those trees. That's awesome. That is a really nice map. Now I want to play in that map. Let's see. If you want to check mine out, it's called Freezer Creek because I'm a wordsmith. I feel like it's the best map I've made yet. Started the entire background. Oh, arted the entire background. Yeah, but we couldn't see it properly on stream because it's not full screened. Gotcha. That is really cool. Man, that is awesome. Oh, you couldn't see it on stream. I see what you're saying. I am going to do that. I need to set up on my stream. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to duplicate my display capture. Let's duplicate this. Make it easier forever. Where's the duplicate button? Copy and paste, I guess. Paste. This other display capture, I'm going to drag it down and put it all the way down here, the very, very back. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it big. I'm going to make it full screen. So I never have to do that thing where I have to grab it and rescale and stuff again. All I have to do is do this. Turn off the eye on Halo Infinite, and it will immediately make Halo Infinite invisible, and it'll immediately show this left-hand screen, and then everyone can see what I want to show off over here. That's a much better setup. So okay, so this is really awesome. Hex columns, trees, fully arted backdrop, and with the map being a smaller map, you can afford to do all of that backdrop, and that is really cool. I like that a lot. I'm done making maps that Unique is making, though. I'm currently making a pretty close to scale Relic. Everyone stay away from Relic for at least a week. But we couldn't see it properly on stream because, yeah. So, that's really cool. I think Freezer Creek is going to be really cool, too. Especially if you do some kind of mechanic stuff with it. Like, if you make, like, you know, giant chunks of ice dangling from the side of the, or like attached to the side of the cliff that you could blow up and make it fall onto the map, or if you do like the river is frozen and you make it to where like it acts like it's icy, like you slide across it with some scripting, then you could make it so unique enough from uniques that you could you could actually make it like, you know, something that people would still be super interested in playing both of them. Aaron, earlier you asked if I was almost done with something, and I'm wondering if you were talking about repairing the base or building the entire Waterworks. And I think I am almost done with building the entire Waterworks. But especially because like it'll be mostly weapon spawns and stuff like that once this cave is done. So the base is what I'm waiting on, or is not waiting on, what I'm working on. Let's see, why is that? Oh, I turned off this. There we go. Turn on infinite. There we go. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. So, this is all terribly messed up, and I really do need to fix it. And that's gonna be... Maybe I should fix all this off stream. You know what I mean? Like, if I can. I know we still have more moving to do. And we still have to set up the new house and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done. But with this being all broken, it's very frustrating. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning. And so if you don't want to tune in for a boring fix the base stream, that's perfectly understandable. But I did just want to let you know that there's a chance that that will be what we do tomorrow. At least for as much of it as it takes to get it done. But yeah. Let's see. I mean the entire map for this. Yeah, okay. I got my first version published. I think it's still good enough to, on its own, to get some love. I just know the good work that Unique does. Exactly. It's kind of like, it is kind of like, is it worth doing a map that someone like Unique is in the middle of doing? Because if Unique is like, sees your map, then he may not ever tread on it. So if you go with something he hasn't done yet, then you might be better off. At the same time, you know, you gotta do the map you want to do. So, see, I was at 1396 apparently this morning, and it's 1396. Oh nope, version history. 1396. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh, there's pages. Please tell me there's pages. Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say. I didn't know there were pages. I hadn't gone in there in so long. Except for to grab one really close. Oh my gosh. 1396 was an autosave. That wasn't even a save I made. I see. Look at that. Look at the date. It was the next day. I left Forge open. And then I moved. And it autosaved. So the base being broken at the start of the stream today was probably because of that autosave. I bet that autosave messed something up. I'm gonna go in here. We're gonna do, wait, how do you do that? Oh, right, you hit Y, open in Forge. Play, selected version. Okay, now I know to look for that. If I go into my map and everything's broken, go check to see if it was an autosave. And if it was, then I've still got the autosave, but I can go to the map before that and see if it was where I was. I've even seen a couple other decent Beaver Creeks. I just want to do snow themes on everything. Yeah, I think everything needs to have one version in each biome, because I think it would be amazing if we could do, like, if 343 were to make a playlist of just like all the classic maps from like a Halo 1 map pack kind of thing, except like every single one of them has like 4 variants in there, and it's like if you go into the Snow Beaver Creek, oh yeah, that's the one where it's Capture the Flag or something like that. If you go into the desert one, it's Slayer. If you go into the, you know what I mean, it's just like they could actually make a visual cue that'll tell you what game mode you're in at the same time, and yeah, they'll have the ability to do that in a way that that they could never do before, for sure. It'd also be really cool if at some point you could import an entire... That was weird. Loaded in sideways, it looked like. Did y'all see that? For like half a second, it flashed the map, and it had... The trees were all sideways. It was all crooked. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at this, see if it's all messed up. Okay, this one was messed up. So I did save it after messing it up, apparently. Like, you see this gap here. This gap here. Something I did messed up the map. And I might have saved it before I messed it up, and then saved it after I messed it up, without realizing it. So maybe I can find one that's even older than that autosave. So it wasn't the autosave that broke it. That being said, hopefully it does appear to be the same as this morning whenever I came in. But yeah, it's just really weird. Yeah, gotta be really hard to duplicate the whole base to the opposite side, because this base is like almost as complicated as this, not nowhere near actually as complicated as this inner structure, but it's very it's as complicated as that bridge and cave and all that stuff, which was pretty tough. Like I said, it went really smooth. I don't know if it's an internet speed thing, like, or something, but who knows. Anyway, I was gonna get off a minute ago, and I definitely need to get off now because my kids are awake, and I think everyone's in there. My wife is probably getting them breakfast and stuff, but I still need to go in there, and we need to do some more moving. So I'm gonna do the rest of this fixing either off stream or tomorrow morning. And let's see, you were saying something. My relic will be snow themed with cracked ice and icebergs around the map. I'm planning to make a massive amount of time on it to get it right. I'm just not sure if one flag works on infinite. I have an idea. I have an idea for your map. What if you make it to where it's like ice on the outside, right? Like you were saying. And it just sort of goes out to the edge of the map with water and stuff or whatever. And then, excuse me. And you could have tall icebergs off in the distance so that you can kind of break the horizon and all that. But what if that ice cracks and breaks and falls into the ocean? Does work since one flags and matchmaking. Yeah, that's true. So what if you what if you walk out there just walking, then eventually there are like lots of little spots that'll just break and fall even if you're walking, but some of it will actually stay intact out into the water for a certain distance, and then once you get too far out, it just breaks and you fall in. But if you're on a warthog, then there'll be even more areas, like a vehicle. If a vehicle enters a zone, there's some areas that would break whether it's a player or a vehicle, and some that'll only break if it's a player. And then what you do is that would actually expand out the map a little bit and make it to where there's some like paths you can take. As people get better and better with your map, they can learn these sort of safe routes. And you could do like in the ice, make some kind of color shift to where like just a slight color shift so people could kind of make out where it's going to break versus not break, like make it a little more blue or something where it's going to break, or darker. That way it looks like it's thinner ice, so you can see through it and see the water a little bit better, and then make it to where like you've got these sort of like additional paths on the outside rim of your map where warthogs could go, and maybe ghosts and stuff like that. But like players could definitely go, but then like there's some areas where even players would fall in, and if anything goes out far enough, everything collapses into the ocean. Every time you have an idea, it always seems to require big brain scripting. No, that's literally just when a player enters the area, move the ice down and put a kill volume inside the water, so they fall into the water because the ground is gone, and then they die, right? Or delete the ice, but then it wouldn't look as much like it's sinking or breaking away or anything like that. But if you actually just sink it into the ground, and each one of the chunks of ice could have its own trigger volume for that, and you could make that a prefab, and then it does seem simple. See? Yeah, exactly. And actually, if you duplicate brains, apparently there's a bug right now that makes it to where it won't increase how much of your budget you're using. When normally whenever you place a brain, it goes up a little bit, and whenever you duplicate a brain, though, it doesn't. Whenever you place a node inside of a brain, it's supposed to go up a little bit, but whenever you duplicate a node, it doesn't. So be wary of that, because you're going to end up probably making this into a prefab and duplicating it and making a bunch of ice chunks like that. And then if you do that, like I said, you'll have trouble. Another idea is instead of making it go down to the water, or you can make it go down to the water a little bit, but if you just tilt it, if you make it like they're floating platforms and you just have them rotate, that might take more effort actually, because then you'd have to have a volume over here that'll tilt it this way and a volume over here that'll tilt it this way, based on the because the player walked into it. But if you did that, then they would also go below the water level, and then therefore the kill box, and so they would instantly die. But you could yeah, I don't know. That's more complicated. Maybe just have it sink and then bob and come back up. And that would be the one other thing, is you could actually have it come back up if that's the case, because you could just have it go down, and then when there's no players in that zone, you just have it come back up. So that would be, I guess, when a player leaves the zone or something like that. But yeah, and then you do the same thing with in a vehicle enters the other one, then it goes down. But yeah, by the end of the game, the map would look totally different, like a door. Oh yes, rotate like a door. Yes, not associated with what you just said. That would be totally easy. Yeah, it would be. Another possibility is that you could, you might be able to activate their physics, make them be physics objects, and then just to where they would rotate on their own, and then maybe make a script that just constantly provides lift to hold them in place. That might make them jitter, though. That may not work. But if there was a way to sort of lock their movement and only allow them to use physics on rotation, that would be a really cool feature that they should put into Forge. Because that means you could just put the ice out in the water and then just lock its height, and then whenever they walk on this side, it'll make it tilt and they'll fall in, and if they walk on this side, it'll make it tilt, and you could just make them like chunks of ice, and that would be cool too. But I don't think that's possible. Not unless maybe you put them up on like a pedestal and just left them there and let them somehow rotate around that pedestal without falling into the ocean. But again, I don't think that's possible, because there's not like a rock that has a cave-in portion that would allow you to balance it. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, the point is, yeah, you could do any of these options. So you could either try them until you find one that you feel works the best, or you could just pick the one you feel like would result in the gameplay you want and go with it. But yeah, I think this would be awesome. I also wanted to make Sidewinder at some point and make the ice actually slide like in Sidewinder. So if you end up making ice that slides as a prefab, and like put it up on this on the you know, asset store or whatever, or not asset store, on the file share, I'll totally download that later. Let's see, the boundary is definitely my last part of the map. I'm going to keep brainstorming. Yeah, you have plenty of time. Exactly. And you might even do a combination of some of these, because you might want the ice to behave a little bit differently depending on the ice chunk. That way it will sort of like, you know what I mean? Like it might feel more realistic if some of the ice just bobs, you know, like a bobber, and some of it flips and rotates, because it would imply that the ice chunk is a different shape underneath the water and stuff like that. And that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know ice physics that well. I just know, and I just have a vague idea. So there might be that one of those doesn't make any sense, but the point is that, yeah. Okay, so anyway, I was originally just going to leave a crack gap around the entire map. Yeah, that would have made sense, and that way it'd be like, yeah. And you could easily explain that too, because there's that aircraft that's crashed on the island. Maybe that impact was so intense it created an earthquake sort of thing, a localized earthquake that sort of went out and cracked the ice all the way around. There's some logic there. It makes sense. But yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you could still do that too. Instead of making it to where if you go out far enough, it just falls in, you could still just make it go out far enough and there's just a giant gap. And that would work too. That way you could still do both in a way, because that actually would look really cool. Like if you had like almost like an eye-shaped gap, you know, and then like one side it's like more crack. Anyway, yeah, I need to get going. So I think that this all is great ideas, and you have plenty of time to figure out which one you want to do. So I'm going to sign out. Oh, the music stopped a while ago, didn't it? Huh. Didn't even notice. If the floating ice works, I'll go for that though. See ya. Have a good one. Yeah, for sure. All right. Yeah, if Aaron is still around, goodbye, Aaron. Goodbye, everyone else. And you know, because you know, just gotta say goodbye to the regulars, I guess. So goodbye, Shabuti and Aaron and everybody else. I'm not sure who else was in. I know someone was talking in chat a minute ago. Who else was it? Who else was it? My memory is not serving. It was someone with a yellow name. It's Simpa. Yeah. I said hello to you this morning whenever, because I didn't know who was number one, who was the first viewer in, because there's one viewer in. I was like, it was somebody. It might be it's Simpa, it might be Shibuti, it might be Aaron. I didn't know. But yeah. Okay, so I will get going. I'll catch you guys later.